Hey everyone, this is Brittany with Redeemable Junk, and I'm here today to show you these envelopes that I received in the mail. They're like coin envelopes, but they pop up, okay, and they have a pocket on the inside. And I think what you're supposed to do is you're actually supposed to tear this top part off after you seal it, but I just thought they were super neat to keep them how they are. And this is what they look like in a journal. So this is one that I decorated, and you pop it up, and then you got a pocket right here that you can put a tag in. So I thought, how about I try to create one of these on my own for those who don't have these types of envelopes. So that's what I did this morning, and this is what mine ended up looking like. Okay, so it pops up right here and has a pocket right here. So I thought we would make these on camera really quick. They're very simple to make. So what I started off with is just a regular piece of printer paper. I turned it from top to bottom like this. I took the piece, and let me measure it for you real fast. The piece is 5.5 inches from top to bottom. So I just measure 5.5, and I put a line, and I'm going to cut all the way across from here to here. So I usually do my cutting off camera, but I got this little cutter I thought I would try to use on camera so I didn't have to keep pausing it, and we'll see how it works out. So we just cut it, and we keep the other piece because we're going to need that for our flap, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're just going to fold both sides to the middle, and that is why I do not like that cutter, because it does not cut straight at all. But that's okay. I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to put a bead of glue down the middle. It's not straight at all. Then glue it. Make sure that it does not glue to your back, because you want your inside completely open. Okay? Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take the bottom, and we're going to fold it up maybe 1/4 inch up, like this, like so. We still have the back with the seam facing us, okay? Then we're just going to cut a little notch out of one side, a little notch out of the other side. And then what we're going to do, the piece that is closest to the seam, we're going to cut off. Okay. Then we're just going to put a bead of glue down here and fold that up to close up our envelope. This is super simple to make. Okay. Now we're left with this piece of paper. Okay. And what we need to do is we need to measure from side to side, and it should measure 4 inches. So we take our piece of paper and we measure 4 inches, and we're going to cut this piece off. Now I'm going to have to, no, I can do it here. Okay, I thought I was going to have to take it to my big cutter, but cut that off. Now we can throw that in the trash, get the other piece. Now it should fit inside your envelope. And mine, it does. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take it, and we're going to fold it up maybe a half inch to an inch. We're going to fold it up. So that's going to be our hinge. And we're going to slide it inside our envelope, and you're going to see it start to come together. Before we glue it down, we're going to take it and decide where we want to cut off our piece. If you want it to go all the way down to the bottom, you're going to want to cut it there. I don't want mine to go all the way to the bottom, so I'm going to cut it about right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put some glue on our hinge part. I'm so sorry, I forgot to turn the sound off. You want to make sure that the seam is in the back. You're going to take your hinge, slide it into your envelope, and glue it down. Now the envelope is coming together, isn't it? Look at that. It's that easy. So I thought we would decorate some of this on camera. I'll try my best. And I did not realize that this mat was crooked. So I hope that it's not driving you guys crazy the whole time, because it probably would have drove me crazy. So I think on the back, I'm going to use this paper. Try to do this very quickly. Just eyeball it. Hopefully I can cut it on my handy dandy small one. I can't if I cut it completely off, so that's what we'll do. Okay. I'm gonna get my glue stick and my book. Put some glue on the back of this. Now it didn't go all the way up to the top, but that's okay, because it is hanging off just a tad bit on the side. But since this is just a demo and not going in a real journal, actually it's going in my reference journal, but whew. Make sure if you do this, you don't cut the side of it. Okay. And I think for the top, I decided I was going to go with this color. Try to get that all the way to the top. Try to see if I can do this without getting my big head in frame. Okay. Perfect. So now we're just going to glue this down. And I'm going to try to decorate it on camera. I'm usually so indecisive about stuff like that. It takes me forever. And when I say forever, I mean forever. To decide what I want. We're going to go ahead and ink these edges up first, though. Sorry, I need to be more in frame. I didn't realize that. And you also got a back, the back of the flap that I totally forgot about that you can decorate. How should we decorate that? Let's see. You know what? This piece almost fits on there completely, so you know what? That's what we're going to go with. I'm going to trim this off camera just real quick. Okay. Since it fit, we might as well just use it, right? Like I said, this isn't going in a journal I'm selling. It's going in my reference journal, so you want to make sure it don't go over your flap, okay? Really, I'd almost like to cut that little white piece down. I'm going to try to do that right now. I don't know how well I'm going to do at it, but that just gives a little bit of wiggle room, and I'll just ink that part up. There we go. Ink the edges of this up, and then we'll move on to decorating the front. That's weird. Some of the back is showing. You could put your hinge on the back of it also. It don't have to go on the inside if you don't want it to. I just like how it laid flat with it on the inside. So that's why I did the inside. No other reason other than that. If it's on the back, it hinges up just a tad bit. But this lays completely flat. So what we have is a pocket there. I'm going to pause this and gather some materials to decorate this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've gathered a few pieces. I got this picture of this girl. I got this card that says pretty with the definition. I got a mini tag, a piece of lace, a flower that was just in my scraps that I never used because it has a white border. I thought I would try to use that, and a mini butterfly. So I'm going to see how we want to rearrange these. Real quick. I think I already have a pretty good idea. Love it. It's beautiful. So that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to glue the lace down. I always get glue all over my fingers. I'm going to go ahead and stick the sticker down, even though it ain't a good time because I got glue all over me, but I don't usually use stickers if they got a white background. But I thought, since this is going in my reference journal, I'm going to try to use it. I hate waiting for the Fabri-Tac to get to the bottom of the bottle. I know I've seen some people put it in a jar upside down, but I'm afraid it would almost leak if I did that. Plus I got these pretty little glue toppers that I like to use, but I don't know. The art glitter comes right out, but the Fabri-Tac just wants to take forever. Yeah, I wish I would have moved that over a little bit for the flower. Let me see something. Let me do that. That looks better. It's more centered. And I could almost hang the tag off of it with an eyelet, but I don't think I'm going to do that because that would just make it more chunky. Ink the butterfly up a little bit. And there we have it. Cute, simple, easy to decorate. Open it up. It's got a spot for a tag. It was super easy to make, super quick. You can journal on the back of the flap. So I'm going to call this the flap envelope. Or flap coin envelope. Flap coin envelope. Since it has a flap and it's a coin envelope. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day.